I was thinking about this in terms of the current series that's still going on. Do you have a concern, because we talked about this a lot with Phoenix, do you have a concern that the Warriors could mid and close range you to death? So Andrew Wiggins is kind of the poster child for this. I thought this was an amazing quote. He was asked about the mid-range shot, and he goes, I'm trying to get away from the mid-range shot right now. And a reporter said, you are? And he goes, no, I'm just joking. I'm still going to shoot it. So Andrew Wiggins for this team might be the poster child for the mid-range game.
Okay, so I think this is a great point without me looking at stats. I will take, if I'm the Dallas Mavericks coaching staff, I'm not giving him wide open looks. I would rather Andrew Wiggins be aggressive on offense and shoot the ball 20 times and somewhere from that 10 to 18-foot range than, we're going to maybe try to stop that and then leave Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. Porter had a really good first game. He's been somewhat of a non-factor this year for the Warriors, but I'm just saying I have to pick my poison, right?
Yes, you do.
And so they have a lot of offensive weapons. If the Mavericks decided, hey, we're not going to pay as close attention to Andrew Wiggins. Obviously, they put Luka on him, right? I mean, he is our worst defender, as much as I love Luka.
He attacked Luka.
He did.
He was like, I'm going to take advantage
and it got
every
him
time.
going. But what's our other option? We'll let Steph Curry go, let Jordan Poole go, let Klay Thompson go. I would rather Andrew Wiggins be the guy that we've decided if he beats us, he beats us.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Not getting too far behind, staying close enough so that those guys can't be factors would be a huge thing there too.
Now, I'm just going to look at Game 1 for some of this info, and then I'm going to give you something promising for Game 2. Because it's just one game. Not going to be doom and gloom or anything
Boston
like
Celtics.
that. Yes, absolutely. They whipped Miami's ass yesterday. In Game 1, the Mavericks took 48 three-pointers and 38 other shots. So 56% of their shots were three-pointers. Juxtapose that.
How much of that do you think was going to be, or was because of the fourth quarter too, and being behind late too?
They shot 19 in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was one off of the all-time record. I think
average 80 if you kept playing like the first quarter, and they kept allowing it, Kevin, because we kept missing.
I got good news for you on that front. Now for the Warriors, they took 29 three-pointers and 53 other shots, so only 35% of their shots were three-pointers. So it's just really interesting to me that the Warriors team that, traditionally people think the Splash Brothers, people think the deep shot that is not how their offense was necessarily deployed in Game 1.
I'd like to see, Kevin, most of their season. I know their season was weird, but I'd like to know more about how their season went, because if that's setting up for the three-pointers, I'd rather them get that mid-range all day, okay, than for them to be, we just caught fire from three now and you can't stop us. Because if that's the case, that's a problem. The great thing about what the Mavericks do is they set up for the three, and then they're outside in. And so that's something, if those shots fall, it completely changes the Mavs offense.
I'm glad that you said that. That actually leads perfectly into this next level stat that I think you guys are going to dig. The Mavericks, you're going to dig it. The Mavericks have, believe it or not, been averaging 20 three-pointers this postseason, where the nearest defender was at least 6 feet away. So we're talking about...
I found out all about the wide open stat.
Yes, exactly.
At least 6 feet or more?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And so I know NBA players can close out really quickly, but that is considered your opener wide open shot.
Does that include the one that where Luka shook that? Who was it? Was it Chris Paul and he fell on the ground and was laying there?
Cam Johnson?
Yeah, Cam Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
That
definitely
he fell
counts.
6 feet away
and
on that
then Chris
shot.
Paul was like, well, he's just going to stand there until I do something, so I'll give a half-hearted attempt. But in Game 1, the Mavericks had 28 uncontested three-pointers, which is great. The bad part is they only made 8 of them, and they had been making them at a 42% clip. So missing wide open three-pointers really hurt them. Now, the good news is I understand the argument is you started to get a little bit more open because Golden State's like, you're not making that.
Yeah, if you're not making it, I'm not going to close out quicker on you.
But early in the game, I thought they got numerous open looks that if they fall, Corey's right. I'm not saying they win the game, but this game is a lot more competitive for a lot longer.
Think about if you make 3 3-pointers in a row, or 3 out of 4, because Luka does something, creates the open look, and we make the corner threes. Steve Kerr's calling a timeout. He's not just calling a timeout because, like, well, hell, guys, they made 3 3-pointers. I hope that timeout stops it. What the coach does is when something like that happens, he goes, hey, guys, let's readjust a little bit here. Now that these guys are a little bit hot, we're going to have to stay closer to these guys. As long as they're missing, I don't need to call a timeout. I'll let them keep having wide open jumpers until they prove that they're going to make these on the road for us. So I look at it and go, the game can change a lot if you make more of those and miss. And I love Brian Scalabrini's take on this, whether it was against Phoenix or whether it was, in this game upcoming. 12 to 13 3-pointers made by the others, by the role players. So just take Luka out. If you make the Mavericks 12, 13 3-pointers or more, you have a great chance of beating Golden State. As long don't include Luka's threes in that.
I am kind of curious. Offensively, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? Like that, and it doesn't seem like Luka, like they've ever decided they have to, because Luka is the wheel. So you don't have to make it. It seems a little weird to just be like, well, if the shots fall, it's different. But it really is their thing, because that's the only thing that has to change. Luka figures out the defense quickly. It's just whether or not the other guys can add to it.